Disney Cruise Line's newest ship, the Disney Treasure, had a huge reveal this week. They had their christening on Tuesday in New York City. This was accompanied by 1,000 drones, and along with that, they released so many spaces on board the ship. We have actual looks. This ship looks so beautiful. I am really surprised at how beautiful it looks. I cannot wait to get on board. The Disney Treasure is the 6th ship in Disney Cruise Line's fleet. It is the sister ship to the Disney Wish. The spirit of adventure is the theme for the Disney Treasure. Of course, we have Captain Minnie in her adventure gear. She is ready. The ship will have its maiden voyage on December 21st, but right now, let's take a look inside. This grand hall is beautiful. These blues and golds are really vibrant. They're really coming across on camera. Honestly, this ship looks a lot better than I had hoped from the artist rendering. They really didn't do the idea justice at all, in my opinion. These blues and golds are so vibrant, I can only imagine what they must look like in person. I also really love how they have a lot of the floral and jungle atmospheres in here as well. And I have to note this overview of the entire ship. You can see the concierge area, you can see the adult sun deck up here, all the dips and drops of the Aquamouse, the movie screen, the loungers, and the pools. I think this is a really cool view. But of course, the star of the show, especially for me, and I know for a lot of people on the Disney Treasure, is going to be the Haunted Mansion parlor. This is themed after the Haunted Mansion in the Disney theme parks. It is a longtime favorite of Disney fans, and I think this Haunted Mansion parlor on the Treasure really does the brand justice. The first thing that struck me here is the art on the walls. I really hope they have some type of dynamic with this art, and actually you can see right here that they're going to have some changes in the art throughout the evening while you're in the venue. I'm guessing this is going to be like an hour rotation where different effects will happen. You can see this one as well with the lighting. What really struck me here, and that is so surprising, is there is so much seating in this bar, which is a huge thing for Disney Cruise Line bars. Sometimes there's just not enough seating, especially in these enclosed, really themed locations. Disney Cruise Line bars are usually pretty small, and they really took advantage of this space. They've got it all themed out completely around the perimeter. I think the Disney Imagineering hit 1,000% on this one. There's just details everywhere here too, and I think this is really immersive. Also, it's really going to engross all of your senses. The looks, the colors, the textures, the effects. You can tell that the seating looks really soft and comfortable. It looks like there are a lot of great nooks to curl up in. Another thing with the lounges and bars on the cruise ships is that they are usually accessible during the day. Not always. Sometimes the doors will be closed, or even late at night. I do hope that this area will be accessible even when it's not open, or that it's going to have really long hours, because I think it's a great place to come with a coffee and a book as well. There's a lot of little nooks in here. There's so much to see on the walls. And with all of that that's going on inside this venue, I love how they did the bar. It's very simple. I really love the simplicity, how they have these really spread out. Most bars are really overloaded with bottles, I feel like, and I really think that this looks simple and clean. Of course, they've got some cool looking cocktails. Make sure you're subscribed. We're gonna have all the updates as these menus come out. These cocktails look really good. They even have some special sodas. They have a grape one, a cola, a lemonade, and I think the other one might be a cream soda. I just like the setup a lot. And of course, they had to add the dancing ghosts. I think that's amazing. And just a side note real quick, a lot of people think that these dancing ghosts on the Haunted Mansion attraction are probably a hologram. They actually are not. They use a trick called Pepper's Ghost. Underneath the attraction, they have a little structure that has the ghosts on it. They use an old magician's trick called Pepper's Ghost to reflect that image so that it looks like they are holograms. Very cool. If you do the tour, Marceline to the Magic Kingdom, if you're lucky, they'll take you back there. I'm guessing they are probably a hologram in this bar though, but I really don't know. I just love that they're there. This Haunted Mansion parlor looks like a great place to cozy up. Hopefully the ghosts don't bother you too much. The next thing I want to show you is Plaza de Coco. This is one of the 3 main dining restaurants on the Disney Treasure. Because the Disney Treasure is a 7-night cruise, you will eat at each of these restaurants 2 nights, and they will have different menus for each night. And down in the description below, we have a full breakdown of one of the Coco menus menus. We'll have the rest as they come out, and we can get good copies of them. I really love the presentation here for the ancestors. I think the setup is really cute. I also think that this Coco Entertainment is probably a perfect fit for this venue. You can see here a little bit of the spacing between the tables and between the stage and the tables. There is definitely a lot of excitement about this restaurant. The next thing I want to show here is the Moana theme. They have a brand new Moana stage show. Of course, Disney Cruise Line has Broadway style shows. They are fantastic. This one is brand new and is themed to Moana. In addition to the stage show, they have put up some photos. They actually have a place called Hey Hey Cafe. We don't know much about this yet. This is the first reference I've seen to this cafe. This mosaic is really beautiful. We'll have a lot of treasure deep dives coming up, and honestly, this Hey Hey Cafe looks like a great example of how they go deep with the details and the Imagineering. And they do not spare any cost or time. They make sure and go really deep with the details on the ships. But next I want to show you the Skipper Society. Now, of course, this is going to be themed to the Jungle Cruise. It is really easy to go wrong here. This is a classic ride. It is well loved, and they did a great job. It's really cohesive, which makes the environment much more engrossing to me. There's so much to look at on the walls. I think that's another huge dynamic of an interesting space, is Imagineering really using all of that area to put up so many throwback references. They've even got a band in here. I think this is really going to be a good time. The birds are so cute, and the Jungle Cruise is such a popular ride. Of course, they've got the new movie recently. I love that they're bringing these older classic rides to life on the ship. Of course, they've got to have the newer brands as well. The sweet shop is themed to Zootopia. I think this is adorable, and they have some really cute concepts with their sweets in here, and this gelato just looks amazing. It is an additional charge, but I'm sure it will be worth it. Another throwback they have is the Periscope Pub. The Periscope Pub is the throwback to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I am actually surprised to say that this will probably be my favorite pub on the ships. I really love the blue tones in here. I actually like the darkness that's in here. I think it's more engrossing. It really sets the vibe. I really expect some type of effects in here too, and it looks like they have a good selection on draft. Side note, if you're a beer drinker, check into the beer mug. It's a huge favorite, and you get a little bit more beer for a little bit cheaper price, plus the souvenir cup. Now, the youth spaces are always popular on a Disney cruise. This one is not going to be any different. I would have loved to see Chewie when I was a kid, just wandering around. Matter of fact, I'd love to see Chewie now. They've got a fun slide that you can take from the Grand Hall down into the kids clubs. Of course, this is for the tiny humans only, unless it's open house. Then the adults can go down. And whatever your age is, I highly suggest trying out the roller coaster simulator in the Imagineering Academy. That looks so cool. You actually get to build and ride your own roller coaster. One of the new things that they have started recently is the Tower Suite. They started this on the Disney Wish, their 5th ship. They have that red funnel, and it is actually a 2-story suite. And on the Disney Treasure, this is the Tomorrow Tower Suite. Of course, it's got an amazing view. It's the highest view on the ship. I really think that these bunk beds are cool, and the ceiling in here is really cool too. If I was a tiny human, this is definitely where I would want to sleep. But I'm not, so I want the master bed with the remote control window coverings. I definitely think that's the way to go. The thing is if we were in this Tower Suite, I don't know how much I would actually leave it, and I really enjoy the ship, but wow, is it beautiful. They've even got a full tub. Now, I also want to point out the Marvel restaurant really quick. The Worlds of Marvel restaurant is on the Disney Wish as well, but on the Disney Treasure, it's going to be themed a little bit differently. It's still going to have the main Marvel and Avengers theming and food concepts, I'm sure, but it also has Groot, and I think this is a great idea because Guardians of the Galaxy, and especially Groot, are major fan favorites, so I think incorporating that storyline into the the Worlds of Marvel restaurant was really smart. And the food looks pretty good too. Now I also want to take you over to the Scat Cat Lounge. This is from the Disney film Aristocats, and I feel like I need to brush up on that. I don't even think I've seen that entire movie yet, so I'm gonna have to take a little trip back to my childhood with that one. But the bar looks like a lot of fun, and this is going to be their piano bar. There is always a piano bar on every Disney cruise ship, which is a lot of fun. Cocktails and singing usually go together quite well, and this looks like a really fun theme. I really think on the Disney Treasure they have gotten a lot better with adding a lot more theme design elements and stuff on the walls to look at. It seems like it's going to take a long time to thoroughly appreciate and enjoy this ship, which is fabulous because we love long cruises, and since it's a 7-night, it's probably going to be a favorite. They are going to have 1923 as well, and it looks like the artwork will be different in here. Also, there's a lot of animation based on adventure. I can't wait to see some more of this. We will definitely show it to you once we've got more. And last but not least, on the Disney Treasure, there's going to be a Jade Cricket Cafe. I had not seen any reference to this before this event. This is inspired by the film Mulan and will honor the Fa family's lucky cricket crikey. Now, if you want to dig into some more Disney details, make sure you go check out What They Don't Tell You About Disney Cruise 2024. And please feel free to share this video with all of your treasure-loving friends.